Overview detail interfaces are interfaces that present a collection of items, which upon selecting one opens a detailed view to that item. A malleable ODI is one that end users can customize into variations along its design space, which falls under 3 dimensions: content, composition, and layout. While this malleability is desirable, our current development and design processes make it challenging to support malleable ODIs. We introduced Meridian, a design framework for customizing, developing, and designing malleable ODIs. We achieve this through a specification language that describes ODIs along the 3 dimensions and can integrate into interfaces and tools used by end users, developers, and designers alike. To help developers build malleable ODIs, we built a developer package that translates Meridian specifications into interactive ODIs on the web. We'll describe how developers can build with a developer package by building a hotel booking website. First, we have a JSON object with hotel data and its details, as well as a wrapper component that takes in the data in our specification object. The specification involves 2 main parts: the views for specifying overview and detail views, and data attributes for binding the source data to the ODI. We'll first create a grid overview which renders blocks for each item. Then, we'll add attributes in the data binding portion of the specification. We'll reference their values from the data, roles that describe where attributes are placed and generally styled. We'll also add types which represent the data in a particular way, such as an image. After adding more attributes, we can already interact with the ODI, opening pop-up detail views. Since the overview should show the main attributes we want end users to first see, we'll hide some of them by adding roles to a hidden attributes property. Once we have the data binding, we can easily interchange overview types by exchanging its value. And to add views that depend on attributes like the latitude and longitude of items on a map, we can add these attributes with the corresponding labels. We'll add them to the list of internal attributes so they don't render as values in the ODI. These ODIs become customizable by default, without additional configuration. Another workflow for building malleable ODIs is through a website builder interface. First, we'll import the JSON object that the website builder will process and display on the left. We also see an overview in the canvas interface with a template with roles. We can drag attributes into this template to add attributes to these roles. If we want more precision, we can also move the attributes and place them in specific spots and add our own style. A unique opportunity a website builder provides is to see a larger design space of ODIs. We can select design space over a property of an ODI, which expands the canvas, showing all possible variations along that property. To support overviews like a map, we can drag the latitude and longitude attributes directly into the overview. We can also import usage data on malleable ODIs, which highlight several ODI variations, helping us make design choices justified by the user behavior. Finally, we can export the malleable ODI that we've created into the Meridian specification. Meridian is designed to represent an ODI as a variation along the previously mentioned 3 dimensions in the design space. This means Meridian represents customizing ODIs as changing one specification to another. Interfaces can leverage this property by binding interactions for modifying the specification and therefore the ODI. For example, we can bind a zooming or trackpad pinching gesture to the amount of attributes shown or hidden to achieve semantic zooming on any ODI. On top of that, Meridian can provide a small widget that lets end users customize which attributes are shown at each zoom level. Additionally, end users can gain access to a widget that provides all of the customization options for the ODI. Finally, the specification can be synchronized across devices, so surfacing an attribute in one interface will show on the other.